Okay, how about now? Check, check, check. How about now? Can you hear me now? There it is. Can you hear me now? Okay, let's see. Yes, excellent, excellent. Good, good, good. What's up, everybody? What is up? All right, so before I get started here, I am going to come over here. Let me get my screen straight. Just bear with me. I'm in big head mode for a minute. All right, let's switch screens. As always, if the music is too loud, let me know, and I will turn that down. All right. Okay. I'm going to continue working on He-Man. I got some stuff that I've been doing. What's up, NJ? Let's put these headphones on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, good. Audio's coming through the headphones. All right. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. I am greetings, Kyle. Tip of the hat to you, good sir. If you are new to the stream, my name is Mike Thompson. I'm an illustrator and a sculptor, working on my He-Man. I'm going to continue working on this. I have some new stuff going on here. But before I do, I have a very exciting announcement to make. All right. Just so happens this morning, I met with someone who's going to be our guest on the Stylist League, the stream I do with Bradley on Fridays, only we're going to be doing it on Saturday for this gentleman. If you haven't already, the link tree above, click on that, go to our YouTube, to the Stylist League, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. But let me show you who's coming on our show in October. You guys ever heard of James W. Kane? Assistant art director at XM Studios. You might have seen his work. You might have seen a little statue of a character, a little known character named Miles Morales that he worked on. Maybe a little Joker. let's go back here a second. I'm super excited, so I gotta talk about this. He's been posting this piece this week. James is a beast. I got to meet him this morning, and man, oh man, I cannot wait for October to get here because he's gonna be on my show with Bradley, and we're going to be working on something cool. Now, if you want to know what we're working on, you gotta come over to our stream tomorrow night and we'll tell you what it is. All right, let's get to work. So let's come over here. Thanks, Ram. All right, so this is kind of the sketch I had. I started working on his chest piece. What I've been doing over the past week is really going in and kind of redoing topology. If you were on the Pixelogic page on Facebook, you might have seen I posted, where is it? Oops, not that. I posted this piece. If it opens, come on. There it is. Yeah, so I posted this piece. So I went in, I never really liked doing re-topology or UVs. I like the sculpting part. That's why you'd never really see any really good renders of my things. You see pretty good renders, right? But they're never dope like Substance paintered, stuff that's done with good UVs and all that. I tell you all that to tell you this. I just finally buckled down and decided to start kind of really focusing on getting my UVs together. So I did this, re-topoed him, and projected the details back. This is about 1,500 polygons right here. Earlier, before I came in, I was working on his head. So yes, he is going to have a head. He's been forever without one. But if we go to this piece here, I just kind of blocked in some details on his face here. Didn't really care about anything other than the topology. And then I went and there you go, turn touch off. And then I went and I just did this right before the show, and I made a mouth bag for him as well, which I inside of there so he can open his mouth now and put teeth in and all that good stuff. So now I can project those details back on here, and I made sure that the number of spans around his neck were at the bottom of his head were the same number of spans that are on. You can see the head's in a completely different place. I gotta move it. I did a little battle cat action too. Right, but if we come over here and solo this out and step down, I didn't worry about like the hands are on their own thing because he has little covers like the wrist bracelet things. But if we step down, right, I have the same number of polys around his neck that I do on the head. So theoretically, I should be able to like bring it over here and stitch it on using ZModeler, which is how I kind of did some other stuff. All right. That being said, this is a very talky intro. Don't worry, I'll get into some stuff in a minute. But if I come over here now, his boots, I re-topoed yesterday and made straps in another application. Usually I use the curve flat snap, but for straps, for whatever reason, for me, I always have a difficult time getting them to overlap like you're actually wrapping something. You know what I'm saying? That's what that motion of my hand meant. Let's see what I missed. 10 of slugs. What's up? Ever consider using ZBrush? Yeah, no, I do. So this is the thing, Jay. I definitely have ZWrap, and I want to learn it. However, much like anything else, I think I need to learn how to do it the right way first myself, and then I will use the other applications. And this is one of those things, if you guys have ever heard me before say I'm not a 3D guy, I'm not a 3D guy, but I am trying to learn how to be a 3D guy. So you can see I got some wraps here. I have, I'm not done yet kind of with the fur part, but if we come over here and turn off this, you can see I have the beginnings of his Air Eternias. Don't steal that, you guys. That's dope. I like that name. I'm gonna use that for myself. I got a friend who does tennis shoes. He makes tennis shoe masks. Air Eternias. Hashtag Mike Thompson 2021. 22? What the hell year is this? One of these years. So yeah, it's all about getting this guy back together so that I can have a organized topology, and when I pull off his arms, I can have clean UVs and so on and so forth. All right, that's him. I also have a chest piece for him that is for some reason turned off. It's weird. It's supposed to be on. Where? Oh, it is on. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm apparently having an episode. I didn't even see it's right there. No manual retopo needed. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Is that the retopo you did in Blender? Yeah, it is. It is. Right. So, okay, and we have the base, and then I have this Battle Cat, which I started. It also has clean topo, which I did in another application, right? I retopoed all this stuff out of symmetry, except for the head, because I was like, I ain't crazy. My mama didn't raise no fool. Also, the head on Battle Cat was in symmetry, and the body was out. It was already posed. So you can see I got some pretty decent loops to pull off ears, and got the mouth bag all made and all that. What's up, Mari Cat? How you doing? Digital Daddy. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Digital Daddy says I miss doing his work. So I'm not even gonna lie. It's like I did have my green eggs and ham moment with this, where I just enjoy it. It's crazy, right? But I do. The other thing is I made a helmet, and save the helmet for a second here. Let's turn this off. All right, so I got my eyes and my teeth and all that. I started sculpting up the details on this. Don't do that. Step up. Okay, so I got some detail. Still very, very mushy. Today I will be working on the Battle Cat and He-Man's head. And over the weekend, I made this mask. So if we turn on the color, you can see. Oh, where's the one? Oh man. All right, hold on. I made one that has the little eye things. It looks cooler. Let's load the one that has little eye things on it. Battle Cat. Head. Is this the one? No. Guys, be better than this. Be better than me. I'm not organized. Load tool. He-Man. I could have swore I brought in. Okay. Anyway, I made one that had like the little round kind of visory eyes on him. These aren't them. They look much cooler. Bradley can tell you. They look better. But yeah, right now it is it's looking like this right here. So just a whole lot of Sculptris Pro, Dynamesh, and Dam Standard /3. Those are all I used. These were all separate pieces that if we go in here, I should be able to pull them apart. Let's see. Well, if I go auto groups. All right, well, I merged it together. That's what it was. All right. Never mind, because I was going to retopo this too. So, anyway. All right, it's a whole lot of talking. What did I miss? For attaching the head is having matching topology necessary. Could just place the head on the body. Well, so I could, but the whole point of me going and doing a manual topology was so I did not have to do that comics legend. And the other thing too is he doesn't have anything, like he's not wearing a shirt where I can hide the seam in the neck, which is basically what I did for his arms. So if we step out and go up to his hands, right? So these hands too are retopoed, right? Like that. Oh, I have this on, let's turn that off. That is not supposed to be on. can see I got some housekeeping to do. All right, so worked smart, not hard this time too. I took this hand and essentially re-topoed just one hand, and then I mirrored and positioned it over on this side, and then I will conform it around the sword. But if we step up to the top on that, I can just do all high, all high, all high. There you go. Right, and then if we hide the little bracelets, you can see that they don't match, right? So doesn't matter. It's going to be a statue. I don't really care. I will be cutting off the hands more than likely and using magnets to reattach them anyway. We're here to turn this on. All right, so let's get that head kind of in place because he looks real weird with just the little hairdo over here. Now I will tell you the head that I'm projecting details from has the mouth completely sealed, and I know I will get spikes because I put a mouth bag in there, and the topology does not. It's kind of matches, but not exactly. So I'm probably going to want to mask that a bit. Let's solo this out and frame it out. So I believe I have a extra loop here. Yeah. So I added a loop here. And what I will do is I can probably do it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to first do an overall project using this one. Right. And then come down here and let's try it, see what happens. I only really want the outside. I don't want that mouth bag to project anything. Project history. All right, so that kind of gets the lips in place, right? Now I'm gonna grab the mouth bag and grow it out, right? A loop. Mask that. Okay, so now, actually I should add the subdivisions first. Let's divide it a couple times. 1, 2, actually, hold on a second. Everybody, let's all calm down. Let's all calm down. I'm going to insert a loop on his neck here so that neck doesn't just shrink out. Thanks, Comics Legend. GRR says doing Dynamesh is the only way to fully merge subtools. No. Oh, you know what? I can't do what I'm about to do yet. First thing I have to do is grab the body, bring it over here, and before I add subdivisions, weld it on. Bugging you guys. So let's grab the body. That means I'm gonna have to position, I'll just reposition it after. I'll reposition it. Yeah, well, let's do this. Copy the body. I'm thinking while I'm doing this. Can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Come over here. Let's paste the body. It's going to be in a wildly different position than this. Let's say paste. Okay, there's the body. Turn off solo. All right, the head's not super far off. Actually thought it was way worse than this. I'm going to mask the body. Make sure I have the head I'm going to project and the eyes on. This Link 111 Hamley question: is this from scratch or pre-made? Everything is from scratch. It started off as a. I'll show you. Started off as this mesh, which I have for like my little hip hop dudes with the shoes attached. And then I sculpted up some detail. I did it in topology or in symmetry for a while, right? Got about this much detail. Then I posed them, and the pose was real soft at first, right? Everything always is. Then I started to detail and add stuff. So that's how we got where we got. And Battle Cat is going to be behind him like this on the Castle Grayskull. Alright, so let's come back over here. Alright, the body is in place. The head is here. You know what I'm going to do? Rather than moving the head, because I want to continue to work it in symmetry, I'm going to move the body instead. And then the body is just, I can just kind of figure out where that goes on the other piece. It's not that critical. So maybe I will come over here. Body. W. And then just kind of move this into place. Mask it first, that would help. Step down. Now this is going to look weird for a minute because I'm going to have to twist the body to get the head kind of where it's supposed to go. So this head is looking kind of small. Let's scale this up a bit. Here. And before I do that, let's grab the hair from the other one. So use that. There's a whole lot of Frankensteining going on right here. It's all right. Copy. Here. Yeah, that head is... that body back. There you go. Okay. Hair. I'm going to turn on the little pizza boxes over here, and if I have my gizmo selected and just grab the hair in the body, the head is kind of locked in place, and now I can just get this in the position where it's supposed to be. I will be scaling this head up, so it's all good. I also want to probably, let's see, he's looking which way? He's looking up and over. Okay. Looking over this way. His head is going to be looking up, so we can take the body and mask it. And rotate. Let's first scale up the head. It's gonna be real weird until it's not. Trust me. That size, I think that size is fine. That size is fine. Okay. Turn the hair on. And mask it is, mask. I'll be sculpting this hair up soon. Just want to get it kind of in place where it's supposed to be. All right. I made a couple extra loops in his neck just to join, and then I will, wait a second, I don't want to, yeah, I just want to look up like that. Got to keep it in the center so the body is what has to move, not the head. Come down here. See what I missed. Thanks, L1. Appreciate it. Hello, sir. Happy to see you. Hey, Christopher. What software you prefer? Yeah, manually Topo, 3ds Max, or Maya. So I was using Maya to re-topo, and I like their, I can never remember the name of the Quadraw. Like, I like Quadraw in there, but I gotta tell you, I started using another thing. I like that a little better, actually. You probably know what I'm talking about. All right. So what I'll do is he's going to have a real stretched out neck to start, because now I'm going to sew these parts on here, and then I'm going to position him. So the other thing too, I want to rotate this a bit. Center line for his neck is this one, and then up here the center line is up here. So I'm going to be joining it that way, and then I can rotate it after it's positioned. Right. So bear with me. Sec. Here. I can take this head. I'm going to need two bodies now. I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to delete the higher subdivision so I can work with ZModeler here. And then once it's done, I'll project those details back down onto him, and then I'll start sculpting the face. So let's come over here and let's get rid of this mouth pad. I don't need this. Delete. Yes. Duplicate. All right, solo this out. I want this all high. So that's high, delete lower. This is low, delete higher. Let's bring down the head. Okay. Turn off the hair, we don't need it yet. Turn on the body. Turn off the high-res body. All right, we're doing a lot of stuff. We're doing the most. Let's turn off the color. And now what I can do is I can merge the head down to the body. So let's let that save. Side of his neck looks a bit too much. Yeah, it's I gotta have resculpt it all once it's connected. Don't worry about it. It'll be good. It'll be good. Don't worry about it. Merge down. So let's merge down, right? Same number. That's cool. Same number of polygons, so it's not a big deal. Or subdivision levels, rather. All right, so now what I can do, this is the fun part. These aren't spaced exactly the same, so I'll do some smoothing after the fact, but now I can take my ZModeler and grab a point. Let's get rid of this edge loop. Right, now I can grab, go to this, and slides, stitch. It's funny, I've been using this other application, I forget the name of the thing. So now I can stitch these together. This is gonna look kind of weird until I fix it. If you missed it earlier when I started the stream, if you haven't already, please click the link tree above and subscribe to Stylist League, which is a show I have with Bradley, my buddy Bradley. We have a bunch of cool guests on, and we're about to bring on James Kane, who is just a beast in the sculpting world. I hope these are still the same number, and I hope I got this right. I think I got it right. Yeah, we're bringing him on in October. Did I miscount? I don't know. And the theme, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Oh my God, was I way off? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm way off. Not good. Wait, how did I get that so long? Okay. Here. I'm gonna have to be creative here, you guys. So I'm missing a lot. Okay. Here. Okay. I thought I counted this out. Let's see. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 2, 4, 24. I made 22. I'm too short. Okay. All right. Not a big deal. I can fix it. Let's see. I can fix this. Let's see. Do you mind asking how much you're getting paid for this? Oh, this is just for me. This is just for me, Hawk. I re-topology started using this iPad app on Cinema Couch. Sort of nice. Really? You re-topo on your iPad? That's cool. So the rest of the hips, or can it be not perfect mesh? It's to be keyed. Yeah, totally. J-Rad. He has parts that cover the parts I have exposed. So wrists have the bracelets over it. Hips is covered by the belt and the fur underwear. And I will be cutting and keying all this. So I said 24 and the head has 22. So I need to add 2 loops up here. And what I can do, let's see, this is going to be kind of, I think this is not joined here either, is it? Yeah, okay, these two aren't even joined. Let's see here. The modeler would move. This is a quick and dirty fix. Stitch that together. It ain't pretty, y'all, but it's gonna be hidden in the neck anyway. Nobody's gonna see it. Now the important thing here is I need to figure out where the center of his neck is, which is there. Right? 2. Stitch that to there. This to there. 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 Let's move this over. Now what's going to happen is I'm not going to be able to add a loop up there, but I actually am going to have too many loops, so I'm not that bad. All right, then come over to the front. Let's do this. Stitch this to here. Center up the front. And this goes here. This goes here. It's like a Rubik's Cube. Okay. Really? The heck, man? I'm still off here. Maybe this side, let's see. That, 2. This goes here. Did I have the right number in the first place? All right, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to... The thing about this is I can just fix it as needed, right? So I'm going to get rid of this for a second. Get rid of that. I'm going to get this if it kills me. This is interesting. You guys always see me do like the sculpting part, and I never worry about this because I never care about this. This was normally I just hit Z remesh and call it a day. But now I care. Care, you guys. Sometimes I care too much. Here and this over here. This is one of those things that when I do figure it out, it's so satisfying. Okay, so that's that side. This is... Shout out to Kyle at Pixelogic, you guys. He is about to be a daddy. Again, I think he has one child already, but about to have another one. So why don't you say congratulations to Kyle in the chat? That'd be nice. Kyle's a good guy. There. The good thing is I haven't sculpted any real details on his head, so it doesn't matter that it's going to look real messed up for a minute. I do need one there. Okay. Sorry. Thanks for being patient, everybody. It's good to know, though, if you can, like if you have to do some box modeling in ZModeler, in ZBrush, you can. It's not hard. If I were in, you know, If I were my own, I'd probably be doing it in something else, but the fact that I can do it in here is pretty nice. That's crazy. Way off. Just turn off Sculptris Pro, obviously. Smoothing it is pretty much the equivalent of doing a relax in 3D app. And the neck is crazy long right now. I know, I'll fix it. It's these holes too. So what I could probably do, let's see here. Stitch really much. Still off one. Ah! Oh no, it's okay. All right, cool. All right, not pretty, you guys, but we did it. Shout out to us. All right, so let's tag these, group them together. Here. Doing. Oh, the eyes aren't going. All right, now when I project his body, it's going to get kind of crazy up here on the neck. Let's do that though. All right, so divide. Let's come over here. Grab this. Okay, I'm going to project these details back. Missed a lot of stuff. Sorry, guys. See, look at it. Nice. That's a repose of what's going on. Thank you. Let's go. Nice. Thanks, Hunters Can Fly. What's up, Keo? What's up? Let's see. Andrew says, Cal, congrats. Thanks, Professor. What's up, ML? It's my partner, Bradley. Everybody, if you haven't already, join the Stylist League right above. Click on that link. Check us out on Friday nights. And in October, Saturday afternoon on the East Coast. Okay, let's project history. Yes. Okay, all right. Now, I know that neck is going to be crazy, so I'm prepared. That. Divide. I should just divide a bunch of times. Divide. Divide. Mask this part. Step down. Project. Divide. Project. Divide. Project. There you go. All right. Body's back. And he has a head, and it needs to be sculpted, and the neck is wild. Now, good thing about having lower subdivision levels is I can step down and add the volumes back without having to really stress it too much. Oh, I got a vein brush off of ArtStation that I want to use today. I'm going to go like bananas with veins today. Because why not? He is totally on the juice, you guys. He's on that Eternian juice. Let's get some color back in there. Color, fill. Let's move this out of the way. The top. Oh, just the head. Just the head, please. Fill. Now, what I didn't do was take my original head, which had all my detail, and put that in the same place. Because if I did that, it would have been easy to project my details back. See, I didn't. The good news is I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the sculpt, so I can just sculpt them in now. And it's still in symmetry. The head is anyway. All right. Smooth that out. Oh, his neck is still long, I know. Super long. Let's grab. I didn't move the eyes either. Okay. He looks like the dude from the Willy Wonka guys, the Oompa Loompas. Right? Come on, I called that. Willy Wonkas. What's up, Shady? Hey, thanks, RendersFX. Yeah, what's up, Swordie? What would you do? Come on, man. It's funny to me. Just think twice. Right. Go ahead and face the trash right now. They will be better, I promise you. Ooh, that hair is huge. Okay. So now I'm gonna call this save as head and body. Now, what I really want to do is go back to here. I want to work on the battle cat for a while, so we're going to switch up for a second. And I need to comp out the carriage thing on his back that he rides on too. So let's maybe start with that. I got a ton of reference of different sculpts. This one I thought was cool. It was really cool actually. I think that's Tweeterhead. Shout out to Tweeterhead. Very, very amazing sculpting group. What's the one? I had one from the side somewhere. Here it is. Orco and everything. So again, would have been easier in symmetry. However, like here, I will finagle it. Shall we? Probably use this topology. I bet you I can. Okay, step down. Higher. Need poly loop. So when I was doing this geo, I knew I'd have to, you know, get new poly groups for the limbs and also good UVs as well. So I made sure that I had clean loops that I could go through and kind of split parts off here. So that's all I'm doing right now. Let's see, like auto group. And I really only need his, let's delete this loop. Here, right, group. I really need this part. Delete hidden. Don't need the tail. Delete hidden. Okay. So now should be able to start to get the shape that I want here. This loop. 8, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Right. So this is kind of the shape that I want for this thing. I can always kind of mess around with it. Now I can give it some thickness. This is all I did for the helmet. I just kind of figured out a shape for the helmet, and then I just started using Dynamesh and H-Polish to get the shapes, the silhouette bar. I don't need He-Man and all that. Turn it off. Base. There you go. Get this thing some color. Ah, the red's always right in front of the thing. Color fill. There you go. Battlecat's wearing that bubble goose for the winter, y'all. Starting to get chilly. Go over to Carhartt. Get your Battlecat bubble goose. Construction jacket. Construction tech vest. Mike, what's the difference between projectile and project history? So for project history, you can turn on geometry and color and project everything. You can turn those off. I don't know what project all is. Not sure exactly. I just use project history. Sorry. Full pose, keep it up. Pleasure to follow the stream. Thanks, Cadman Waylon. If you're not already, follow me and Bradley over on Stylist League as well. You look up above on the link tree and click. You can check out our shows on Friday. We started this piece in the Stylist League and worked on it for about a month. Let's see. What would you do if your pet? What would you do if your pet was a scaredy cat? That's a lot. It's too many words. Renders FX, but it's close though. It's nice. It's a scaredy cat. Reminds me of the pose by Boris Vallejo. Yeah, and his stuff was kind of based off of who's the guy that has like the death dealer? Wow, I can't remember his name. Ugh, losing nerd points on that. Everybody knows this guy. Help me out, you guys. Come on, who is he? The artist, the painter who Vallejo based his stuff off of. Starts with an F. It's on the tip of my tongue. Rosetta! Thank you. Rosetta. Sheesh. Don't get old, anyone. Project history needs to have a save point in your undo history. Project all will project from visible subtools. Oh, nice. Okay. Sword Deep says the one Mike has. Oh no. No. That's what Bradley has. I don't mess with the tour box. That's what he has. Randy Romero says hello. Hey, Randy. Randy! You gotta watch Family Guy to get that. Okay. Put some cup holders in the saddle. 100% cup holders. Beer cozies on the saddle would be great. Can you please tell me some different ways subtools to merge? You want to merge subtools? I usually just merge down. Or for the helmet, I had a bunch of little pieces and I just hit merge all, and that merges them all as one thing. 100 messages, nice. Thanks, guys, we did it. We did it. All right, let's go over here. You know, it'll be easier for me to drag out the bottom than to have all of this extra on here. Now, what I could do if I wanted to get kind of, I'm not gonna get fancy with it. let's go back to here. Gonna delete hidden. Go back and start deleting some of these loops. Let's see, this one, maybe this one. Okay, that's cool. So now what I can do is I can say flip and pull the geometry inward. Give it some thickness, give it a lot of thickness. The most. Right, and then I can start to figure out this shape. Perhaps let's do this. Let's grab that. And grab here. Select this. Miscounted here, so this is going to be wonky. Oh no, it's the same. I mean, well, it's close enough. All right, let's give this a little more geo. Insert a couple loops, loop and a loop. This part I want to go down. So we got a shape. We just want a shape. We don't really care how good it is. This would have been way better to do in symmetry, you guys, because his saddle thing doesn't change. That doesn't change at all. But you know what? It is what it is. We do what we do. Let's turn this off and come back over here. I will figure it out. That whole piece, if it was a hard piece, it would not follow his body if he moved his spine. That's not a great design. I'm going to have this as separate pieces so that it can follow his body. That makes more sense to me. So let's apply the subdivisions rather. Over here, I'm going to use. Now, really, I do not care about the groups or topology or any of that, because right now it's all placeholders. So what I'll do is I'll just dynamesh this at this point. Let's turn on project. Maybe polish too. Resolution up a bit, because right now I only have less than 100 points. Here. And dynamesh. Subdivision levels. Hey, thanks, Prince Jay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Okay. There you go. All right. So, whoa, 3 million. A little heavy. Let's maybe turn that down. Let's try it at just 128. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ash with Ari. Nice, thank you. Appreciate the follow. Okay, let's try it like this. Mesh. Appreciate it. If you can, give me a follow on Stylus League as well. That's where I stream on Friday nights, you guys. Let's try this. If you just look above on my link tree and click on the Stylus League link, it'll take you right to it. There you go. It's a little less unwieldy. Okay, let's solo this out and look at what we got going on here. What I'll probably do here is split these parts off and then make them so that I can apply symmetry and then repose it. Let's turn up my lazy smooth. Sculptris Pro. There you go. So this is exactly how. Let's bring that helmet back. Put the helmet. So this is how I got this helmet. These were separate parts. The nose was a couple parts. And you can see doing it in symmetry is the way, as they say on Mandalore. The way I'm doing it now with this saddle is ridiculous. It's not the way. We'll fix it. Okay. Here. This piece is, let's see, let's do this. Yeah, look at that gap. Gap this long here on this side, this short on this side. That's not right. That is not how hard surface stuff behaves. Could be kind of cool if this kind of cuts in a little bit here. And this is basically just concepting this out at this point. I'm not married to any of this stuff right now. It's just me trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to make this saddle my own. So I like it. I will probably get a good half, position it, and then put it in symmetry. I think I'm leaning towards a stretched out half, basically. Oh, sorry, Darpan. So I missed some questions, so here it is again. Can you tell me some exercises for beginners, artists who are learning sculpting, like to improve fundamentals of sculpting and overall sculpting? Absolutely. So it depends on what you want to sculpt, right? If anatomy is your thing, then I would say get yourself some good reference. I have like these guys, which are pretty nice. I just painted this one so you could see the muscles, but these guys are great. Plenty of good sculpting reference that's really good. Books. This one is amazing. It's kind of a staple for people who sculpt, Anatomy for Sculptors. It's a fantastic book. I would say pick, if that's what you want to do, if anatomy is your thing, I would pick maybe a part and work on it, right? So like, maybe today I'm only working on hands, or maybe you can see my guy fell on the ground, man. I'm so heartbroken. I reached out to Andrew Cars the other day, and he didn't respond, right? I'm not friends with him, but he's a busy dude. But I was like, dude, I love your statue. You can't buy these anymore. It's this thing. This guy. So these are all out of stock everywhere, but they're amazing, right? Amazing. And the only thing is the magnet came off of the arm and it fell down and it snapped the fingers off. There's no way to keep them on once they fall off. But I digress. Yeah, so practice. I would also look on YouTube. There are plenty of streams, not streams, but little shorts that you can just say, hey, sculpting whatever. Type in like sculpting hands, sculpting eyes, sculpting whatever, and just practice. Right? Just like anything else, you get your 10,000 hours and you're the best. So that is what I would have to say about that. Sorry I missed your thing. I didn't even see that. All right. Any tutorial on fur, or have you shown how to do it? Nah, you know what? I did it on the last week's Stylist League, or maybe the week before. But I can do some more fur. I can do that. I got a whole battle cat. So yeah, 100%. HL Exotic. You killing me. Why you want to know my age? Why do you want to know my age? I'm old. I'm older than you think. I'm so old, man. I am the oldest. But you know what? Like a fine wine, I get better with age. Is what I like to believe. I tell myself that. Yeah, I can definitely do some fur though. You often get stuck in this stage, not really being sure where the project is going. Any tips on trying to get out of constantly reworking something because you're not quite happy with it? So yeah, what I do, so I'm not stuck. What I am is like, so all right, I use this analogy a lot for like students of mine, right? But when I was little, I used to make a mess in my room. Like a terrible mess. I'd have Star Wars guys everywhere. I'd have puzzles and coloring books and just crap everywhere, right? Fill my entire floor with stuff. My mom would come in, as mothers would want to do, and threaten my life. She didn't do that. She would tell me that I need to clean my room or she would whoop my behind. It was a different time, you guys. And so I needed to clean my room and I didn't know where to start. So I'd look around, I'd be sitting literally in the middle of my floor and looking around and have no idea where to start. So I became overwhelmed. And then I realized that if I just started on a little tiny section and cleared away a little bit at a time, that I could start to see the light at the end of the tunnel and the room got clean, right? So that's the stage I would say that I'm at right now. When I get to that stage, I normally take my piece, and I was talking to Paul about this. They did a artist spotlight. I did an artist spotlight with Pixo the other week. And what I normally do is I'll take whatever I have into Photoshop and sketch over it and figure out what I want to do. Way easier for me to spend 3 minutes sketching details than for me to go in and actually kind of sculpt out stuff and realize I don't like it. So I do that a lot on my iPad now. I think, okay, I have another ref board saved somewhere else where I had the entire, yeah, I didn't save it, but I had like the entire thing laid out, and then I just drew on top of it what I want to do. I do that all the time. So I'll sculpt, sketch, go into ZBrush, sculpt the changes, go back to Photoshop, sketch. I go back and forth a lot, like all the time. Hey man, gotta ask, what is the Clio Award for? I'm in the industry too and dying to know. Oh, you notice that? Oh, this little thing, this whole thing back here? This actually, hold on a second. Let's get it. So I got this Clio Award for a movie poster I did for this movie called Hidden Figures. Got one for Deadpool 2 also for a billboard. But I love this thing, and I was just like, you know what? I need to find a proper place to put it. But for now, it stays in front of my 2 most valued statues back there. But thanks for asking. We should connect later on. Tell me what you do. Listen, illustration is my first love. Sculpting I enjoy, but I made most of my career off of illustration. Had him with it. No, I'm way older. Possibly. Intangible Truth. Nice name. Hello to you. Like you. Mostly. Exactly. I watched way too much TV as a kid, and now it's ridiculous now. I should stop. Let's get back in here. So I can tell already I'm going to stick with this side, and I'm going to probably kill the other side. But before I do, I'll probably slice it up. I do like this piece kind of coming down somehow. All right, so let's do this. Let's come up here. This is what it looks like now. I'm gonna clone this. Clone. Center. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate. Before I slice this, before I mirror and weld, rather, I'm going to slice this up. So let's do that. Split hidden, close holes. Split hidden, close holes. Close holes. And the right way to do this, just so you know, guys, is do it in symmetry in the first place. But since all I'm doing right now is kind of basically a sketch, right, I'm going to, once I get all my details, I'm going to re-topo this anyway. Doesn't matter. It's all good. This one is there, solo. Oh, I didn't mean to move it over there. Bring this down here. I like to use these borders to kind of tell what is straight. Split, unmask. All that, close holes. Hidden. Here, close holes. Looks crazy now. How many times have I told you that? Looks crazy now is the theme of today's show, everyone. We're gonna get it. I need you to believe in me. All right, so it's not horrible. Because I closed these holes, it's a separate poly mesh, and I can just kind of, oops, don't do that. If I mask that, I can kind of just drag it out. Make sure I don't have too big of a gap here. That. Same deal on this side. Group that. Step. Okay. I think I like that side better. Do I? No, wait a second. All right. Almost ready, you guys. Mask that. Didn't do it. Oh, Right. That's cool. Let's merge these down. Merge down. Oh, is there something hidden? Let's see. Solo. Let's hit deleted. I don't know what was hidden, but we don't want that. Merge down. Merge down. Merge down. Okay. All right. Now Dynamesh this. Okay. Let's go. I got this giant gap here. Oh no, it's not a gap. All right. Let's get to the front. Let's go to geometry. I want to center this up on the world, really. So if I go to tools, geometry, position, zero this out. All right, that's the center. Now, let's do a merge and weld. Okay. Kind of good, but I don't want that shape there. Let's do this. I'm gonna go move, BMN for brush, move, infinite brush, infinite move. All right, so now I can just drag this whole thing up. It goes through the model rather than just grabbing the piece that's visible to the camera. That's cool. Do a little something like that. Mirror and weld. Now we cook with grease, y'all. Okay. I do have, let's just let me measure one time. Okay, I do have Sculptris Pro turned on, so now I can start to get this looking like one silhouette again. Let's do this. I don't like that. I think I might leave that part. Sometimes you get some happy accidents. Shout out to Bob Ross. I like to keep those. Oh, the other thing is, now that I have it in symmetry, mirror and weld. I should be working in symmetry. Hit the X. There you go. There you go. Do that. Alright, so I'm gonna bring back the helmet in case anybody tunes in. It's like, yo, what in the heck is he doing? Be able to see it. Helmet. So this is what we're doing. We're trying to get some detail. And you can see the back I haven't figured out yet. What I do want to have on the inside there is a some type of a soft helmet that fits between the hard shell and Battle Cat's head. Because, I mean, if I were Battle Cat, I wouldn't want a hard helmet bouncing around on top of his head. It's not cool. I like to keep my trusty companion's head safety and comfort in mind. Let's go with that. Frame, there's that. All right, solo's on. There's that. Now some of these edges that I got here, again, didn't plan them, but I can go off of them and start to kind of just build up some of these parts and keep them. I do like that. And if you are new to ZBrush or Sculptris Pro, the way it's set up by default is the larger your brush is, the larger the tessellation is going to be. Tessellation is just kind of smoothing it into triangles. So if I come over here and turn this on, if I have a brush this size and I smooth, it re-topologizes as I smooth. If I shrink my brush down, say I want to keep an area nice and crisp like this corner right here. Right? If I make my brush smaller and smooth, we have smaller triangles and therefore sharper corners. Keep those details. Right? So this back part here, I would maybe kind of even turn it down a little more. And then look at that, completely different. I love that you can change it on the fly. If I need to like completely obliterate something, I just make the brush really big and then smooth it on the inside. Look at that, boom, just goes away. Bye, sucker. Again, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe my my Stylist League YouTube with Bradley. We have new content coming up. We have the amazing James Kane joining us for the entire month of October. A conversation with him today. Met him for the first time, and he is a really cool dude. In addition to being incredibly talented. If you don't know James Kane's work, I think I still have his art station open. Yeah. Beast mode. There's a few people that like make me kind of stop and take note, and you know, James is one of those guys. Just the level of detail is bonkers in this stuff. So he will be on the Stylist League the entire month of October, and we will be streaming on Saturday as opposed to Fridays. So maybe if you're in a different time zone and you haven't been able to check us out live, you know, stop in. We're gonna be earlier. He's gonna be talking about working at XM Studios as the assistant art director there, and just kind of his journey from McDonald's to greatness. It's the name of the book I'm working on. I'm co-writing a book with James. It's called McDonald's to Greatness. Fries, you want fries with that? To boss of sculpting. Look for it in a bookstore near nothing sometime soon. All right, let's see what I missed here. Oh man, I missed a lot. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, John, if you're still here, this is like mad old. But the Battlecat helmet is clean because I'm gonna be doing pretty much what I'm showing you on the mount, which is just kind of dynameshing and using H-polish and using damp standard. That is how I did that. That's right. Comics legend. My mom was not afraid to give me an attitude readjustment when needed. Unfortunately, it was pretty often. All right, so now it's mushy, right? There's no detail here, really. We don't know what's going on. It would help to have Battlecat in the mix, but now he is out of symmetry. I believe I have a version of him. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna make a cool mount and then I'll make it fit him. That's what I'm gonna do. Not stressed about it. I think I want this part. I'll mount some more. And again, I took it out of symmetry. I'll be mirror and welding. It's a great thing though about having it in with no subdivision levels is I can always just go and redo it. Mirror and weld. You know what's helpful too is I need to do some slicing here, and it would actually be easier with it gone on one side. Let's get rid of this for a second. Need it. To use the clip curve. Hard to do it this way. I'm going to do it. No. Mirror. Let's just mirror it. I can't see what I'm doing because I'm right-handed. Mirror. There you go. There you go. So now I can mirror and weld. Oh, I got a hole in it. It's okay. Nobody's gonna see that part anyway. It's holes. Dynamesh. Upsole. Symmetry. That will help. Yeah, Intangible Truth. The Clio was for the movie poster. So if you see if you Google Hidden Figures, and you see the movie poster, that's my artwork. So that one a Clio. It's kind of like for packaging, I guess, for advertising. It's the kind of like an Oscar or Grammy, one of those things. And if you live in LA and you ever saw a Deadpool 2 poster billboard that had hands where the fingers were the nails were done with emojis that spelled out Deadpool 2. That was the one I got my second Clio for. So if you're patient with H polish, you can get stuff that just looks so clean, man. I love it. Also, shout out to Kios Masons and Marco Plouffe. Stuff that I've been seeing lately is unbelievable. And that's the guy that I watch his streams from when he was working on the Mantis design and some of the other ones on his YouTube, and just got a whole new appreciation for hard surface stuff that isn't box modeled. Like when I say box model, I mean you go in and you really kind of go do all the topology the way that you would do it back in the day, where everything is like super duper clean. He makes statues and he kind of does it like this. He'll comp out the shape, slice off parts, you know, give them some H polish kind of love, and add details on top. And by the time he's done, it's just unbelievable. So those guys at Kios Masons are amazing. And just the body of work they do is crazy. Like, I don't know how you have time to do all that. I'm over here like trying my best to get one thing completely done. And the other thing too is, if I'm doing it for a client, obviously it's easy, you know, because you need to, it's a job like anything else and you want to make the client happy, so you just get it done. But when you're doing stuff for yourself, or at least when I'm doing stuff for myself, I always I second guess things and want to spend more time, or go in and I have this bishop that's been done for damn near 10 years. Nah, maybe not that long, but a long time. And I'm still like, you know, there's some things I want to do to this, and eventually I'll put on the Anycubic and print out something. So, trying to stop that. It's part of the reason why Bradley and Danny and I started Stylist League a year ago, a little more than a year ago actually, was because we wanted to have a show where we can work on pieces from start to finish and treat ourselves like the client. And at the same time, we're sharing the process with the community. So you get to see us working on it and kind of hang out. I know for me as an artist, I love watching the process. Like, I don't care who does it. I love the process. And so that's what the show is, basically. We force ourselves to get stuff done, which is pretty nice. Mostly. All right. Wear it around your neck. Yeah, Flavor Flav that thing. Thank you, Bill Farrell. I appreciate it. I see what you did there. Only took me an hour and change to figure out Bill Farrell. Like Bill. Let's see. What was your thought process on setting up your UI layout? These are all things that I use all the time. Everything on the board is pretty much something that I use all the time. However, I will tell you, I pretty much aped Pablo Munez on his, I had these things laid out in a much less sensical way, if that's a word. And so I watched Pablo do a tutorial on just a really smart way to lay out your UI. And I copied his, so. Shout out to ZBrush Guides and Pablo. Once again, saving the day. And then another thing I can do here is start to, if I turn on, no, I don't want to turn on Sculptris Pro. If I go and hit some of these edges with a pinch with lazy mouse turned on. Let's do this, take my time. And then hit replay last a couple times. I can start to get an edge. That. And then once you have that, you just clean it up. And if I need more topology, I just turn Sculptris Pro back on and smooth it a little bit. Good to go. Then I just look for places that look like they would make sense if there was a cut there. Really, this is like something that I would do way further into the process, but right now it's, you know, I'm showing you guys, so what I would do. Maybe there's a panel that kind of joins the front of this to the back. That maybe hit replay last and get a little deeper. Get a little clean. And then what I probably end up doing before I do this, maybe I'll smooth this edge out. Give it some more topo here because I'm going to need it. If you find that it starts to move a little slower, it's because what's happening is you're getting more polygons as you, well, obviously as you use Sculptris Pro. So hiding some of your mesh will allow ZBrush to have to do less calculations and you can move faster. Slash. All right, so then that kind of looks like it's two pieces. And what I could really do here now is I could grab this inner piece and make it a different color. That makes it even look even more like another thing. There's a soft form on the inside here that keeps him from getting all dinged up when He-Man's running, or riding rather. Now, one thing to be careful of, I turn off Dynamesh because sometimes I will accidentally release the mask and re-Dynamesh everything and I lose my details. So I don't want that. Here, maybe get rid of that part. And now what I could do is make this maybe a gray soft material or something. So now we have that. I don't know if I'd keep that, but you get the idea. Oh, this is putting down color too. I don't want that. If anybody is wondering, I'm working on a 32-inch Cintiq Pro, so that's why it looks like I'm actually leaning into the screen. It's not just for effects. Okay, I missed a lot again. Let's see. Alessandro says, hey, sir, great stream. Was wondering, what is your general workflow when it comes to creating a character sculpture? If you've had to make a list, let's say, Yeah, so first things first is I kind of decide what I'm gonna do. Right. Theme for the last episode was Masters of the Universe, so obviously we all picked a guy. I got He-Man, and then I started to figure out the mass of this guy. Right, so I started with the dude on the right here, and kind of just bulked him up, and then started making muscles, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with the fingers, so I just kind of left those for last, right? I did one finger and sliced it off and repeated it. But once I had the basic body shape figured out, then I started trying to figure out, well, what is he doing? Like, what's he doing? So I looked at some of the old, the cartoons and stuff where he's holding up the sword and, yelling, "I got the power." Wanted it to feel like that. And I also, because I'm a big statue fan, I'm trying to get away from just making the dude and then later on figuring out the base. So on this one, I was like, all right, well, it might be nice if Battle Cat is framing him, right? I'm coming from an illustrated background, so 40 plus years of drawing. So I wanted Battle Cat to kind of frame him, be behind him, and so that's what this block in does. So really rough block in part, right? And then once that's done, obviously I collect a ton of reference of everything, so I can just look at it and stuff. But once that's done, then over here, let's turn off solo and come back to turn off Battle Cat. Turn that off on the base. Okay. I knew I wanted to have like the lightning coming down and hitting the sword and changing He-Man, right? So there's that. He-Man does have an old head here somewhere. I must have chopped it off. Sorry, He-Man. But yeah, so he, then I had something really, really rough. When I had that, like I said earlier, I take that into Photoshop and I start drawing on details. So then that's when I was like, all right, well, I want his boots to have the straps on there. So I drew those on and kind of drew on Skeletor's, sketched Skeletor's head down at his feet. I'm still not sure it's going to be there. The head might be under Battle Cat's paw. I think that's a little more dynamic. But yeah, so figuring out the overall layout of the statue at that point, and then just as I'm doing it, kind of rotating around to make sure that if we make this big here, I love this thumbnail view because I can look at the silhouette from all angles and decide if it's interesting or if I need to tweak something. So if I'm only looking at the silhouette, I'm feeling it. So that's what that is, right? And then I sketched on the chest piece and I go back and now I sculpt the chest piece. So it's a lot of back and forth, but that's the way that I kind of, that's the way I've done this one. Anyway, I like to break symmetry early. I know it's not the smartest thing to do, but figuring out the pose helps to inform the overall tone of the piece. And that gets me excited about sculpting details. So that's it in a nutshell. Ooh, wait, look at that face. Only a mother could love this face, you guys. And Willy Wonka. Let's fix this. Hold on a sec. Boom. There you go. And scene. Thanks, everybody. Good night. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to tip your wages. All right, let's come back over here. Here's this piece. So now, yeah, let's get back into just the concepting of the sleigh. Fabio, thank you. Thank you so much. Alessandro, great screen. More green, but okay, we just did that one. Fabio, thank you. Appreciate it. Sword Deep says, let's go. There are a few artists that are so good, they make me want to throw my computer room. Don't do that. That's what you're not gonna do, Andrew. You're gonna take all of the stuff that you see and use it for fuel. That's what I do. I do something where it's like, let's see. Just trying to find edges. Bradley was right, actually. If I miss anybody's question, just do me a favor, and if you click on the link tree above and subscribe to Stylist League, join us tomorrow. I would be happy to answer anything that you want to know, and even demo stuff too, right? Like a little more open forum on Friday nights. We're just kind of chilling and working on stuff. So I'd be happy to show you what you want to know. Bradley has, you know, he's working at Bungie right now, so he might be able to answer things that I don't know. There are plenty of things that I don't know, so join us. We'll figure it out together. It's funny, these edges don't really do anything until you add a nice little cut line on them, and then they look great. So sometimes I just have to be patient. Did I hit delete hidden? No, I didn't. Good. Ooh, wait, that was close. It's not good to have replay last and delete hidden right next to each other. Pro tip, be careful. Be careful. And again, this is just sketching at this point, right? Like, I don't know if I'm going to keep any of this or not, but every once in a while you find something cool. Let's see what this does. All right, let's see what I missed. Yeah, James is amazing. Thanks, Mike Benjor, Stylus League. Hey, thank you, John. Appreciate you. What is Stylus League like with Steph? What is Stylus League? Click on the link above and go and check out our YouTube. We have about, what are we on now, Bradley? Like 65 weeks of videos, something like that. But yeah, it's a show we do. Bradley and I have on Friday nights. We pick a theme. We have guests that will come on and pick a theme, and we work through it for a month. So 4 consecutive weeks or more, and then we when we're done, we kind of show the work. So it's one of those things where you get to see the process, ask questions, hang out. We have a Discord, we have contests, we give away some good prizes. I'm gonna be giving away some better prizes. I don't know if you know this about me, I got to connect with a couple of computer companies, and there's some good stuff coming. So you gotta be a member of the Discord and the Stylus League to participate. So there's that. But yeah, no, very fun. Anyway, figuring out the little cuts it's kind of time consuming, but at the end of the day, it takes a lot less long. It takes less time than you think. Jeez. Yeah. You didn't come here for the words, you guys. Came here to see stuff. I never claimed to be a wordsmith. Don't do that. Go this way. Nope. What's it doing that? This is one of those situations where it helps to have more geo here. Like you can tell if I turn this on, it's light, right? So probably would make more sense to add some topology here with Sculptris Pro. Maybe a Dynamesh. Let's Dynamesh this a little higher. Do something I can project the details back. And let's say Dynamesh. Let's see what it does. So, oh, I had polish turned on. Let's turn polish off and give it a little more res. Dynamesh. we should have some even topology there. Yeah. So I should be able, clean this up a little bit. Let's actually hide everything but what I want to work on. So this is exactly how I did the helmet. It was just a lot of just playing around until I got something I liked. You know what? Let's see. It's 3 o'clock. I got another hour. I did want to get into these boots. So let's call it on the sleigh part for a minute. Let's see. Save as. Let's go back over here. Second. Let's play around with these air eternias real quick. Oh, somebody has to see fur. Let's do a little fur real quick, and then I'll get into the thing. Let's see. Just got the new Sense Labs pen tablet, and it's freaking sweet. And using a Wacom Intuos Pro medium tip to this point, the entire package was sweet. Yeah, the Sense Labs guys are pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. I have no idea how or why to use Sculptris Pro. I would love to see a quick tutorial here on Sculptris League if you have the time. Sculptris Pro? Sculptris Pro? Is that what you're saying, Andrew? Let me know. Yeah, it's his mount, Jose. Yep. He-Man just poses all the time, then beats up people after this stuff by his abs. Yeah, 100% Big Bobbles. Oh man, Jose, sorry I missed you. If you watch this later. Yeah, join us tomorrow. I'll answer the question. I wasn't trying to miss you. Is that Arnold's pose? Probably. I started by looking at, let's see if I can find it. I started by looking at this dude. I thought that was just a fresh, like he's flexing so hard, like literally, right? He's flexing. But I was like, yeah, it'd be cool if He-Man was doing that and then holding out the, I have the power. Like 100% he's got the power. All right, Cadman Waylon says things by Andrew. Right, NR01 gives me the heart eyes. That's nice. It would be cool if you could see the current number of active points for probably, I'm just blind. Yeah, so if we're talking about, somebody asked me yesterday in the Facebook Pixelogic page what his topology is at now for his body. So if I bring this over here, let's make this small, this is huge. Huge. And then step down and turn off the color. And then do just polyfill. Right, just look at the lines. So this right now, here's the topo. Somebody was asking what it looks like. And it is 1,557 points. So this is all, like I went in and re-topoed this, forced myself to kind of get into re-topology, but being able to take in account things that an auto retopo app like ZBrush might not do. I mean, if I drew out the poly groups, I could. There's ways to make it happen, right? But for me, I wanted to frame his pecs, so I kind of drew those, drew the line around, kind of framing his pecs and going up around the top on his collarbone, and then doing his arm and joining those points inside of the armpit where it made sense. On his back, you know, kind of just following the natural flow of the back and the, you know, the traps and everything in order to make it so that, and even on the deltoids, you can see I added a couple extra loops up here on the deltoids so that where they hit the, you know, the top of the arm, they're not going to deform. They're going to kind of hold that, you know, what I want them to do. You know, same deal for his legs. And you can see that even if we take this, which is only, like I said, 1557, and look at the silhouette, it's not, you know, entirely different than the high res, right? So if we look at those, you can see that if I was to project these details in the low res back, or project the details from the high res back onto low res, bake them, and then go into something like Substance Painter, you know, and then take it into, you know, a rendering application, it's going to look pretty good. You're not going to get a whole lot of faceting on the edges. So that's it. Look at me talking like I know about topo. I used to hate topo. I'm a reformed topo hater. I know it's important. I really want to get some really nice renders, that's all. So I gotta get this together, you guys. Oh, I said I had that vein brush too. I don't even know where it is. I didn't download it yet. Yeah, it's 3:15. All right, let's get into the boots. Oh no, the fur. See how easily I'm distracted? So the fur here I have, it's 2 layers. And that way I can kind of hide the edges and make it look more complicated than it is. But the way that I did this is pretty much just doing it by hand. So this is where Dynamesh and Sculptris Pro come in handy. See what I did there? I said by hand, then I said handy. If you were to, you're probably going to want to hide some of your mesh because this is pretty dense. Just take this, get the overall shapes with my H polish, and then go in with Dam Standard and kind of get the main sections here. Right? Turn up my intensity a bit. Yeah. And then just kind of draw in these lines. I mean, it's tedious, and there are brushes you can use to do this, but if you're insane, then this is the way I'd suggest doing it. How do you kill that which has no life? So this comes in here. this. So anyway, this is kind of the way that I got these shapes, and then sometimes I will mask out a part and then draw it out. So if I have my mask selected here, and let's say I wanted a tuft to stick out a little further, I just invert it and either inflate that area. I have Sculptris Pro, don't do it within Sculptris Pro. Just select, maybe inflate this area a little bit. Right, just to change that surface. Now I can turn back on Sculptris Pro and clean those edges up some. I don't want to go too big on my brush because you see what happened there is all those nice clean lines that I had, they disappear. It re-tessellates and you lose it. So tessamates, yeah, it's tessamation. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. Using the clay buildup helps to get some of these kind of forms too, right? Just kind of dragging on strokes here. That's how I usually start off. It's just I'll get the clay buildup and hit an edge, and you see how when I go over it, it overlaps and gives me that natural fur look anyway. And then once that's done, I can come back with my damn standard or my slash brush. Right? I actually try to use my, yeah, let's use the slash brush. And then kind of define some of those edges that I just made. And then that looks good. Right? That's probably the way I should tell you to do it. If you're going to do it this way. Again, Pablo has a dope set of fur brushes. I use that in other places. I think I used it a lot for my Lion-O. But for this guy, I just wanted a little bit of a different feel. I like to switch it up. I don't like doing the same thing a lot, you know. So keep it fresh. It's very easy to get comfortable and set in your way, and you don't really push yourself or grow. You might find that there's a way to do things that is a little more either efficient or just works better. It's a great thing about ZBrush. There's a million ways to do any given task. There's no right way. If anybody tells you that you're doing it wrong, that there is a correct way and you're not doing it, tell them Mike said go kick rocks. It's not true. Mike Pavlovich said, kick rocks, you guys. And also, I'll kick your ass if you say that again. I just threw Mike under the bus. Many Mikes. That's one. All right, anyway. So this is one of those things where I would look up and it'll be 7 p.m. my time. I'm on the East Coast. Oops, don't do that. Anyway, yeah, so let's turn that off. Come back over here. I have just some plain Jane boots that don't really have any topo to them. I mean, any detail to them all. You can see everything is just super duper low. I just made these yesterday. So let's detail them. Dynamic subdivision for the win. I am going to subdivide these boots a little bit because I need the definition now. So maybe give them a couple sub Ds. There you go. So I want some barbarian style boots. I think I found some cosplay that was pretty dope. There you go. There you go. Done. There's a guy wearing some boots I liked, and I don't remember where they are. Somewhere on this page. Oh, this guy is sick. Best cosplay of all time. These images right here. You guys can fight me on this if you want to. This Man-at-Arms is Man-at-Arms. Every once in a while, you see somebody who gets it so good, so right, that there's no reason for anybody else to bother. And this is the dude right here. So if anybody knows this guy, tell him, give him a big old pat on the back. Look at this, man. Come on. I don't even like Man-at-Arms, and I'm like, this guy is the bomb. Faker and Skeletor are kind of dope too. Right, see how easy I get distracted? Oh, we had the artist that did the concept art for the sideshow He-Man and Skeletor. Shout out us on Stylist League last week. So you never know who you're going to see in there. You should stop by. Yeah, here's some good concept. This is kind of like this Conan right here is pretty dope. Pretty good. This one's good too. Old school He-Man. Alright, so I kind of was going for something like this. And this. It really looks like just the leather wrapped around his foot, so let's do that. Make these things not look like Air Force Ones. Oh man, he has a skull on the ground. Look at this. There's no originality. I could have swore that I did that on my own. It's a freaking skull right on the ground, and he's stepping on a thing that looks exactly like the thing that I made. Mentally, I aped this and didn't even know it. This is how problems start, you guys. Just knew I made this up. Oh well. It's more geo than this. This is still super. This is too low. Should be better. That's better. Okay. Yeah, for the rest of the month, we don't have a guest. Bradley and I are going to be working on past pieces. So if there's anything of mine that I haven't finished, and I've got a lot to choose from, that anybody likes and they want to see me work on it for the next couple weeks, give me a shout and I'll consider it. I probably can make some really quick UVs for these straps. And then throw a texture on them as well. That'd be kind of cool. Let's try that. Solo. These to be their own. Yeah, I do. All right, so now I have polygroups for all these things. Let's see what else I missed here. Hey, thanks to Brad. By the way, you can have active polys instead of points in preferences. A lot of people don't care, but I prefer it. Huh. That, I would rather have active polys, actually. Let's see. Preferences. Yeah, let me know where it is. It's a whole lot of work. That's a whole lot of work. Let's see. If little words do the trick, why use big words? Correct. It would be a cool idea if everyone who follows your stream and does something in ZBrush on the side could show it at the end. Oh, 100%. Yeah, so we have a Discord. So if you join our Discord, the Stylist League Discord, we have a 3D whip host area, and you can definitely show your pieces at the end. We encourage that, actually. That'd be dope. Which Frederick already answered? Ooh, everybody answered. See, this is what takes. This is why I need to read faster. I need Bradley here. Hey, Mike, are you doing crits this week? If you can, we can. Oh yeah, 100%. Matt, yeah. So I do critiques on the show if you want. You just post it in the Discord, and then we will take some time at the end to do critiques. ML already answered that as well. The series need to be put aside and proposed. It's a full tutorial available. Oh man, thank you. Emperor of Cheese. What's going on? Thank you. March quite confusing because all that's what it does. She says hi hi. Hello. That was probably like an hour ago. Looks like a lot of work. It makes so natural. Thank you. And you know, really, there's a smart way to do it. You do 4 tufts of fur. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. That's the way to do it. Doing it the way I'm doing it, I wouldn't suggest anybody do it that way. It's not the best way to do things. How do you create extra polygons on the surface where the brush passes? That's using Sculptris Pro. So this little icon up at the top here, the one that looks like an S in a circle, when you turn that on and then you run your either your sculpting brush or your smooth brush over the surface, depending upon like vanilla. Depending upon the size of the brush, it will change your triangles or your topology to be larger or smaller. Right? So if you are already using Dynamesh and you only want detail in a little area, right? Like say you're sculpting a head and 80% of the head is, or 70% of the head is like just big flat skull, so nobody cares about that. Where you run into details is like the ears and the eyes and nose and the mouth. Those are where you need your extra geometry. So it makes a lot of sense if you're concepting it out to use Sculptris Pro to, when you run out of geometry there, instead of subdividing and getting 4 times the polys everywhere, you just use you just up the polygon count in the areas where you need them, if that makes sense. Perfect example is these shorts. So the shorts here, you can see the inside, I did not need I didn't need any detail, right? I didn't even really need an inside, if I'm being honest with you, but I had an inside. Where I needed detail was on these tufts of fur, and where I found that it would start to get too faceted, like if we zoom in really close, you can see it's a mess here. But if I'm printing it on this printer behind me and it's only going to be this big, then I don't need that kind of detail. If I wanted it, I could subdivide and have it, right? But imagine I subdivided the inside and outside to get this level of detail. This is 1.36 million points right now, right? Now I only wish I had polygons. But anyway, yeah, so imagine I had that everywhere and I was subdividing. It would get really intense on the machine. And if you have 30, 40 other subtools and they all have subdivisions, then you can see where it just starts to bog down your system. So Sculptris Pro and using that in conjunction with Dynamesh, and then using things like ZBrush is a really good way to go. So that is that. That's about all I have to say about that. Oh, and it looks like, look at that, these legs don't quite go all the way up. I have holes here. Did not see those before. I'll fix them later. Do it live. All right, so what I wanted was the straps. Let's solo those out. All right. Now I have polygroups for everything that I want to make UVs for. What I can do at this point is I can save, because I haven't saved in like an hour and a half. So maybe saving is a good idea. Now I can go to my Z plugin and go to UV Master, and I can just do a quick unwrap. I don't want symmetry, I want polygroups, because this thing is already, I've broken symmetry already. So if I hit unwrap, actually before I do that, I'm going to work from clone. Work on clone, there it is. All right, so here we go. It applies like Skin Shade 4. I'm good to go. I go to unwrap. It's gonna look at those different polygroups, and it made clean topology in no time. Now, probably, doesn't matter. I was gonna say, I probably should have subdivided one time. It's kind of chunky, but it's okay, right? So like, if I'm making UVs, I want them as low as possible, mostly. So now I can flatten these, so flatten, right? And this is what I got. Basically, that really long span that goes all the way down the corkscrew is taking up all my space. The good news is, it's got its own polygroup, right? And I don't really care about that, because that's not what people are seeing. What people are seeing are the outside parts of that gauze or wrap or whatever it is. So now I can come over here to my gizmo, and I can isolate the polygroup by itself, right? And just shrink it down. And Move it over to the side. Nobody's looking. Nobody's checking for this loop right here. So just move it over to the side. Right. It can be bigger if you want it to be. Like, it can take up this whole UV tile if you want. But yeah, so that's about as big as I would do that. Right. Then bring this one over here. Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah, make sure you select it. Okay. Rotate. You just want it to fit. Make sure it fits on the tile. You don't want it sticking off the top of the bottom. Like that. Over here. Select and get another one. Now these over here, I want these all to be the same size. So what I'll do is I will mask these and invert the mask. I'll come over here and kind of drag these down, and I will scale them up. I want them to be kind of higher resolution. So the bigger they are on the tile, the more resolution they have. So I'm just going to scale these up to like this, right? And it's okay that they're sticking off, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate them so they're all kind of straight-ish. And then just kind of move them where they need to be. It's good that they're, if they're facing the same direction as well, because see, if you're new to UVs, when you use the checking pattern, it'll show if they are not. So these, you see how they're going off the edge here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate them so that they all fit. And then I'll just stagger them. Oops, not that. That. There you go. That. It's over here. That. Just kind of stagger it so it fits. All right, so now they all fit. Okay. Seems like a lot of work, but you'll see in a second it's actually kind of worth it. So now we will say unflappen, flatten also. Then copy these UVs. Go back over to my boots. Here, get off of Skin Shade 4. I'm the only one who doesn't like Skin Shade 4. Skin Shade 4 to me is this is very controversial. Everybody loves Skin Shade 4 is beloved by everyone except for me, which I feel like it is the new. It's the new Matcap Gray, you guys. That's what I think. Going out on a limb. I'm gonna lose a whole lot of fans by saying that, but that's all right. All right, so that's cool. Now we can go over to UV Master, or sorry, UV Map. Not UV Map, sorry, go to UV Master. I see the chat is blowing up. How dare you? And I can say paste UVs, which maybe I already did that. Can't remember. All right, so those are there. Now, if we go over to the texture map, right? And I just click on this and I turn on a checker, like this one. Now we can see that we have a texture there, and it wraps around there. So these squares are really big, actually. So what I would do is just divide this a little bit, get some resolution there. Doesn't have to be amazing, but what I could do now is I can go to my turn off texture, go to surface. This is 25. Actually, let me think, you guys. Let me think a second. It's down to here. Stay down to here. All right, I'm going to delete lower. So that's my new low. And I'm going to delete higher. Okay. Let's turn the texture map back on, see what it looks like. Okay, still have our UVs. Go to surface. Let's turn off this. Let's turn on dynamic. And now I'll go to noise. And I will click on the alpha. just need to find my alpha. So it should be over here. Alphas, yes. Fabrics. Fabric, nope, that ain't it. Clothing pattern alphas. There you go. All right. So now I can come over here and I can grab something like this and say open. All right. Doesn't look like anything's going on, right? It's okay. Let's bring this up, zoom in a little bit. Okay. Let's turn the noise, mix basic noise, let's turn that off. Put that down to 0. The alpha scale, let's first turn off the strength. All right, so it's too big now. Let's turn down the scale. Like something like that. So then we can say okay, and now we have an autosave. There you go. So now we have something like that, which is, you know, it's okay. Maybe this isn't the alpha I want. So I would come over here and click on edit the noise pattern, click on alpha, off, turn it back on again. There's one I really like in here somewhere. Is it, I think it is this one, maybe? Maybe this one. Yeah. And let's give it some more. Yeah, that's the one. Turn down the scale a little bit. That much. You gotta remember too that this is gonna be for a printer, so I wouldn't want it really this small or this light. Oh, the other thing too, you see how it looks when I turn it, it's all screwed up? Come over to alpha and it's set to 3D, it's just projecting. So where it's really gonna look good is when you click on UV, it'll use those UVs. Now you see the scale got like much bigger. So now we turn this scale down. This should follow the actual shape of the contour here. You turn up the strength. Say okay. And now it looks a little better. This is still not the one I want, but it's not bad. All right, so we come back over here and turn on boots, and now we have something that looks a little more like gauze. And when I start to sculpt on it, it's gonna look even better. Right now it's looking kind of a little suspect, you guys. But if I divide it and actually start to go in and sculpt in some detail. It's not like that. How heavy is this? It's only 100 points. Oh, dynamic is on. Don't sculpt with dynamic on. It doesn't go well for anyone. So let's turn on dynamic and apply it. Now it should be good to go. Whoa, 6.4 million. Okay, let's not do that. Turn on dynamic. Let's turn down this to maybe like 2. Apply that. It's still 1 million. All right, maybe just turn off the freaking dynamic altogether and just divide it. Better. Okay. Yeah, okay. Way better. All right, so let's turn down the strength of this. The intensity, turn it down. See now we're going here, right? Like I can just kind of sculpt in the thing to make it look more like gauze and less like just some geo. And the great thing about this is this texture is all kind of, it's not applied to the mesh yet. So I can totally, you know, slide this around and smooth it and all that good stuff, and it continues to hold its form, which is nice. See that piece underneath, like up here. great thing about this, we still have our lower subdivision levels. So if I need to like nudge it into place, I can 100% do that and use my gizmo to like selectively get parts of it too, right? So maybe I only want to move this part here. I could do that like a boss. Use dam sander to tuck those parts underneath. Keep it moving. And if it's wraps, you know, it's never going to be like super duper even. It's just not how they work. So making things look a little less perfect always helps. Anyway. Still looks like the Eternia SP Dunks, but not mad at it. Yay. The skull on the ground is pretty ingrained in to a lot of use of early Conan barbarian art in general. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it a million times and just was like, hey, I'm totally killing it on my own. That's how the mind works, right? We trick ourselves into thinking that we are just we're making things up. The first ones to ever do anything. Trap jaw. You want me to work on the trap jaw? I need to. Okay. Definitely. Everything that involves a lot of anatomy, much appreciated. Well, yeah, you know I appreciate doing anatomy, so totally. How do you get better at making that? Sorry. How do you get better at making natural folds like that? I feel like I'm constantly retrying or relying on reference for folds without learning a lot about how to make them naturally. So I think there's like 3 types of folds, right? Compression, something, and something else. You're welcome. Class dismissed. But yeah, so basically, there's the drapey folds that are coming from something. So like if I'm wearing my shirt and my shoulders are holding up this part, and then, you know, I get folds that come down from like this sleeve, it's because the shoulder's there, everything is draping off there, and I'm getting those folds. Then, you know, there are the compression folds that are like when you're wearing jeans and you bend your knees and the knees kind of have the wrinkly parts on there. So those are going to look more like if I'm drawing these out, let's see. right? So those are going to be more like these type of things where, like, see this? Maybe it's coming from here, coming down, kind of running into here, and then, you know, there's another fold somewhere else. So maybe this is coming off of here. So, but the reference is the way I do everything. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with looking at reference, you know. I really enjoy, for some reason, this is like some real nerd business. I came from a fashion industry background, so I enjoy sculpting fabric for some reason. Like, I dig it a lot. It's comforting to me. You know, that's why I don't use Marvelous Designer the way that I probably should. I got a buddy named Tony who loves doing UVs and re-topo, and that's like it's his zen moment. And for me, it's usually sculpting anatomy and clothing, like fabric. So yeah, anyway, that's that. You have to be careful when you use these though, because they need to make sense. Like this strip is only like this long, so you're not going to have, unless there's another piece under here that's causing it to bunch up like that, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for it to be this wrinkly here. I mean, maybe if I come back over here and I sculpt in, you know, more of something like this, maybe that's underneath of there and that's causing it to do that. So it's cool. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, you know. Again, everything's like a Rubik's Cube, but you're figuring out one part, rotating the model around, and then kind of seeing another thing that needs addressing, and you try to get that correct also. What happened up here? It's weird. Oh, they masked. Aha! Yeah, if you mask something, you're going to lose your the surface noise won't show up on it. So that's a nice way to, let's say I wanted a section where, you know, there was nothing there. You just mask that part and you hide the mask. And it's a quick kind of little cheat. It's in MISC. That's what I'm saying. Preferences, MISC, active polygons. MISC. Yeah, I would have never found that. Where's MISC? Even? No, MISC. Active polygons. Do you click on that and it shows up? That tells you what it is. Oh wait, I thought you said you can change the points to polygons here. Can you? Oh, maybe I need to, config. Maybe I need to change to config. Enable customize. Now go down to MISC. I guess I just select those, right? Yeah, bugging. Sorry. Let's drag those off. Let's drag these off. Come on now. There you go. Drag that off. Go into preferences. Active polygons. Oh, boom. And disable config. Customize. Frederick, you are a very good person. I appreciate you. All right. And then save. Maybe it's a good idea. Save config. Store custom UI. Done. Wait, no, it says active points. What the hell? Didn't I just have active polygons? I did change that, right? Am I tripping? I thought I just changed that. MISC. Let's enable customize MISC. Okay, take off points. Yeah. Preferences. Active polygons. Drag this. Can I drag this? Come on. Drag this up here. There it is. And store off, customize. Nice. Nice, thank you so much. That's awesome. Music is loud. Please comment. Please comment. Hey, you got my attention. All right, the music is loud. All right, let me turn it down. I feel like it's a little aggressive how you asked me how to do that. Aggressive. I totally hated Skin Shade 4. Ha ha ha. Yeah, me too. I'm not a fan. Music volume is fine. All right, you know what? You might have gotten outvoted. And you're mean to me. I'm turning it back up. Jacket Van. Hello, great vibe here. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming. Hey, listen, if you like this Jacket Van, click on that link tree above and join me on Stylist League with Bradley. We have some good stuff there. Just click on the subscribe. We got good shows on Fridays and soon to be Saturday in the month of October. Skull is angry. My guy said you're welcome. Class dismissed. I think it's like S, Y, and U shapes or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. More in-depth theory about folding materials is a great book by Byrne Orga. Yeah. I have, so I don't have dynamic wrinkles and drapery. Maybe I'll get that. I have his dynamic hands and everything else. Like I love that. I love that series of books. Joseph says, super helpful info. Thank you. You're welcome. Store config. Awesome. Did it. My kind of noob question right here. Are you projecting a high poly on a low poly right now? Just turn it so. No. Not right now. Right now, this is simply this is only just surface noise on these wraps, right? So if I turn it off, it goes back to this. And actually, I like sculpting with it turned off because I can see a little better what I'm doing. But yeah, what I will do is when it comes time for me to take this into Substance Painter and actually paint it, I have like some poly paint going on right now, right? But when I actually want to bring this into Substance Painter and make some proper UVs, I will project the these high-res details down onto the low. I'll probably subdivide that like once, and then I'll project those high-res down onto the low. And then I'll bake them, and I'll keep it going that kind of way. What's that? I can't believe you changed your name to get my attention. That's kind of, that's something. I've never seen that before. Seems like a lot of work. All right, let's see. Oh, I clicked restore. Aha, thanks. Can you please quickly tell where's transparent located in the toolbar? I believe transparent is under, is it under draw? No, is it under? It is. You know what? This is a reason why I make my UI the way that I do, because I forget where all this stuff is. I ended up going to like a Comic-Con one year, and I was at a booth with Wacom working on my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and I didn't save, I didn't bring my preferences, and it was super embarrassing trying to remember where everything is. Transform, that's what I thought, but I didn't see it there. Transform. Transparent, right here. Yeah, okay. Good job, Attentive Slug, thank you. Attentive Slug is a friend of the Stylist League. Been on the show many times, checking us out. Appreciate it. Watching the show, rather. All right, what else? Marksman already said thank you. All right, I'm late. Let's push that in. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing with these straps, but I knew I wanted them to have straps. So those folds I was making earlier probably make more sense on the leather that's underneath of the straps than the straps themselves. These drapey kind of folds. If you guys are finding any of this helpful, and you are enjoying this stream, again, please subscribe to stuff above. I have my own socials. I have the Stylist League that I do with Bradley. We're trying to grow that out to 1,000 people. I think we have 910 now. So we only need another, hold on, let me do some quick math. 90 people? Nailed it. So if you don't mind, click that subscribe and like and share, and join us. Like I said, we have all kinds of cool guests. We have contests. We have prizes. If you're not careful, much like Fat Albert, you're going to learn something before it's done. Fat Albert was a show, Bradley, back when I was younger. No, he doesn't know. Bradley's like 10 years old, you guys. Oh, 4 o'clock. All right, sorry, I went over. I'm sure that's somebody telling me right now. All right, I got it. It's past the time. Thank you. Appreciate it, Bradley. All right, guys. So listen, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you can join me on Stylist League on Friday. Like I said, next month in October, we start a new guest stream with the one and only James Kane from XM Studios. So if you like statues, if you like XM Studios statues, definitely join us because he's a beast. All right. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you next time I'm here. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.